Society expects you to settle for a standard existence, an average job, an average salary, and a single week of vacation per year. If you signal that you want more, the people around you often dismiss that ambition as greed. But the modern economy offers too many ways to escape. You are constantly bombarded by creators shouting about dropshipping, day trading, or the latest crypto cycle. When you face an infinite number of paths, the brain often chooses none of them. This is choice paralysis, the fear that picking one direction means missing out on a better one. This leads to stage 1, drifting. You float through life letting events happen to you, jumping between random jobs and side hustles without ever actually steering toward a destination. Drifting is the most certain path to failure. If you are not actively building your own dream, you will be hired to build someone else's. The system is designed to keep you at the bottom unless you take the wheel. To stop drifting, you must enter stage 2, obsession. This is the moment you decide that becoming wealthy is your primary objective, regardless of how uncomfortable that sounds to others. Most people fail here because they are scattered. They try learning a new language, training for a marathon, and building a business, all in the same month. This funnel shows why the multitasking approach results in a 0% success rate. Getting rich is statistically difficult. It requires the kind of undivided attention that most people are unwilling to give. Only a singular, unapologetic focus provides the momentum needed to break out of a normal life. Once you are focused, you have to face the market. You are paid in direct proportion to the value you provide, and if you aren't rich yet, it's because you haven't become valuable enough. Many people think they need a revolutionary invention or a world-changing idea to bridge that gap. In reality, you don't need to be an innovator to get started. Stage 3 is discovery. This diagram shows how to use a proven pathway. By finding someone who has already navigated the maze, you can follow their exact footprints to reach the end. When I started a model shop, I spent my time identifying the specific things other shop owners were doing wrong. By interviewing customers and spotting service gaps, I could build a business that avoided the mistakes my competitors were still making. Replicating a successful model allows a beginner to bypass the multi-year trial and error phase that bankrupted those who came before them. Stage 4 is acceleration. You must start immediately, even if your initial work is poor. Whether it's launching a shop or offering a service for free, you have to be willing to suck at a skill before you can master it. Volume of work is not enough. You need consistent, brutal criticism to ensure you aren't just perfecting a flawed technique. Do not ask your friends or family for this feedback. They will prioritize your feelings over the truth, and they likely don't have the expertise to tell you why your work is failing. This leads to the lonely chapter. You will start to feel disconnected from your childhood friends because they don't share your drive, but you haven't yet reached the level of the successful people you admire. To survive this phase, you need a community of peers who are also in the trenches. The motivation you get from others leveling up alongside you is often more valuable than any tutorial. Pushing through this isolation while seeking out harsh truths is the only way to move from being an amateur to a professional. Eventually, your skills reach a point where you enter stage 5, freedom. You can work from anywhere and never answer to a boss again. However, there is a trap here. Being rich and being wealthy are not the same thing. One is about how much you make, the other is about how much you keep and grow. Many people reach a high income and immediately spend it on cars and clothes to impress people they don't even like. This keeps them on a treadmill, regardless of how much they earn. True wealth comes from treating yourself as the primary asset. By diverting capital back into your own education and new income streams, you ensure that your ability to generate money is independent of any single job or market shift. Lasting financial freedom comes from this cycle of reinvestment. When you become the source of your own value, you are no longer at the mercy of the system.